I'm interested in generally is like I like to use the term spec fic, which is speculative fiction, and that's the sort of all-encompassing term for like your fantasies, your sci-fis, your horrors, your genre fictions. I'm especially a big fan of like. It feels a little bit pretentious to say it sometimes, but whatever. I like weirder spec fic, so like you know stuff that kind of pushes the boundaries a little bit of what that kind of space can be, both in terms of the prose and in terms of like you know being more than a Hollywood action movie in prose form. Not that there's anything wrong with that. That definitely has its space, but yeah, I like kind of stuff that pushes boundaries. As for where you could find any of my writing, this is actually a good segue to something the Young Writers Collective did. A couple of years back, we published an anthology called Uncommon Words, self-published through the South Coast Writers Centre. Thank you to the South Coast Writers Centre for that. Which was an anthology of like just several of the like longer legacy members that we had. We put together like some poems and some short stories. We edited it together. South Coast Writers Centre published it. You can find one of my short stories through there. Okay, so my writing practice these days is mostly just trying to write regularly. So I've been working on a novel for the past year or so, and I have like a word quota that I just try and fill every day or so, which is kind of trying to take that maxim that Helena had of staying limber into practice. So I try and work on it in the workshops that I run as well, you know, with the kids. Like I tap away at it while they're writing, and then in my own time I do as well. And the end goal, if you want sort of, I guess, if someone's like listening to this and or watching this, I guess, and they want kind of a good bit in practice, like a good example of like the practical importance of connections in any kind of creative community, just beyond like you know the social stuff of it making you feel better and like building up your confidence, which is essential. I'd say this from the people that I've met in the Young Writers Program. I have some connections, so that when I do have a finished draft of a novel, I've got people that I can go to and say like, "Hey, can you look at this?" Who have connections in the industry, and as any person who's I was gonna say any person who's like done a creative job would know. I think it's honestly every job. Knowing people who know other people who can get you where you want to be is kind of the biggest difference you can have. It's the biggest leg up you can have. So join the South Coast Writers Centre because you meet people who can, let's say hypothetically, if you're writing a book, go, hey, I'm gonna get my book and I'll take your book and I'll give it to a publisher or something. It's cool, do it.